right. My streaming software is saying that I'm having a problem, but I think we are live. Okay. Welcome to the stream. We are building an algorithmic trading framework. And after the last stream, I continued a bit and also finished pretty much the next episode, which I also filmed yesterday. I hope I can publish it next week. But yeah, video editing is... I'm not very quick with video editing. So maybe I don't get it until Friday or the weekend. Docker is not running. Alright. Yeah, today's plan is a bit to refactor the code and maybe add some bug fixes or fix some bugs. And what's happening here? And get the software running in the first place. Let's stop this. All right. So what we have worked on in the past few streams was the ingestion service. We are requesting, what you can see here, first all our symbols and then the latest candle of that symbol. And after a downtime of the software, we can then determine the gap, how much data is missing, and then do a backfill of this missing data to first get the database to a consistent state. And also, once that is done, searching for my window, sorry. Once this is done, also do a live update of all the candles. This was pretty much done. in the past stream, and the next part was then to subscribe to live data, so to tick data, and to also show this in the front end. So what I currently have is this here. We're getting live data from our broker, and after a candle closes, we also get the minute close data. So, let me start again. When we load the chart, we first load our historical candles and also subscribe to tick data. And based on this tick data, we are forming this current candle. There might be some ticks already in the current candle that are not yet streamed. So the newest candle is on load, not really accurate. But after the candle closes, it will then get updated by the 1 minute close data stream. And yeah, when the chart is already loaded, we are getting the new data for a new candle. So this one is then pretty much always correctly calculated. And yeah, that's the code here. We're having a few changes now. Show this as a tree. We're having a few changes in the broker service. And we're having an issue here. What is this? Connection refused. Which service is this? Ingestion service. This was on a startup, right? Probably the startup sequence is not correct yet. Here's the database access API started, and then the ingestion service. When this starts after this one, then it's fine. Can this be fixed by the Docker Compose database access API indicator? Depends on if we just add this one here. Not sure if this sorting matters here. Probably not. Yeah, I would first now go through the changes and do some refactoring and then maybe tackle some smaller bugs. Yeah, before we then maybe next week start a new feature. Okay, that looks good. Okay, here we have in the broker server some changes. CTrader client. The reason for that was that we had unregistered clients or unregistered markets. Or it stopped streams, even though there was still some other service subscribed to the stream. So if only one stream of a if only one stream unsubscribed from, for example, this trend bar stream, but another was also subscribed to it, it stopped the stream. So this is pretty much necessary. Do we want to change anything? Don't like this here, right? Check for any trend bar stream still needs support subscription. So if we have trend bar stream has subscribed to this, we are unsubscribing for this spot. So that's pretty much good to go. So then we have the front end where we did some changes and the web server. Maybe I can quickly show you some, what is it, draw.io. Some diagram. Okay, so this is our architecture. Why we need as a web server is that the front end cannot subscribe directly to Redis streams. So we having a web server, or currently just a WebSocket server, who will subscribe to the Redis streams and then subscribe to price updates and everything, and do the communication through a WebSocket to the front end. So front end calls web server, asks for tick data, web server sends a request to the broker service to start a tick data stream. This one sends it to Redis streams, where the web server loads it or reads it and redirects it to the front end. That's why there is now also a web server involved. And yeah, this was previously a Node server, but I decided to have all backends now in Python. Front end, of course, will stay in Vue.js, and yeah, just a backend in Python. Then yeah, we can always use, for example, what is the library called? Pandas on data frames and so on. And yeah, I think it's better when we have all backend services just in the same programming language. Yeah, so I used Claude to tell it convert my old web server to Python, and then also simplify it. So we have here the sample environment. Maybe some of the configuration we don't even need. This one is necessary. I would like to have one central config later. Currently I have the same configs in multiple services and yeah, define the same things multiple times. That's not optimal, but that's also one thing we can handle later. So stream configuration. Redis blocks means we are watching for 5 seconds, 5000 milliseconds, and then wait for messages. First, I thought we want to maybe just listen for an infinite time, but I think this is also useful for some reconnection behavior, and so we know when we disconnected. So yeah, we will keep this batch size here, batch size and queue size. Actually don't know what's the difference here. Why are these red? Okay, we have some type errors here still. This is the one, right? So for the Redis consumer, we have a batch size. What was the other? The other queue size, right? The other is queue size. max stream length. So the queue size is the total capacity of the current number of items waiting in a queue. Represents how much data is pending or buffered. Okay. Batch size is how much we read at once. Okay. I wonder why there is a queue size defined. Isn't this defined in the Redis service itself? So, where is that? Oh yeah, it's this is the broker service. That starts the broker service trend bar stream. Queue size. Start trend bar stream, queue size, but it's also not used here. It's not accessed. I think the broker service doesn't have this parameter, right? Broker service. It's also something red. Ah, that's the proto things. Which road are we calling? Start trend bar stream, or trend bar stream start. Routes. Market data. Tick stream, trend bars. Trend bars. Trend bar stream start has symbol time frame. Yeah, doesn't even have this trend bar stream start. It's probably something Claude came up with. Max stream length is also no parameter here, so we can remove this and clean this up. Start trend bar stream, and this can be removed. Hello everyone joining the stream. I'm doing good. Thanks. Okay, this. Okay. Is it used anywhere else? Here's the queue size in the README. String queue size. This is for ticks. I think this has also not these parameters. Or does it? Queue size max. Sending it as parameters. Let me see. Start tick stream. Routes market data. Tick stream start. Symbol payload account ID service. No, doesn't read these parameters. Oh, payload. Tick stream request. Wait a second. Queue size max. Ah, okay. It does read them. But it also has default parameters. This is required, right? Default is none. Has to be greater than 100 max stream length. What is this used for? Options for request. Yeah, let's keep it for now. Don't really know if it's useful or not. Yeah, okay, let's keep it. This is queue size and max stream length. Queue size, batch size. Having a batch size might even make sense to not read every tick at once. I love what you are doing. I challenged myself to almost the similar task. I've been watching to get some pointers. Yeah, nice. That's pretty much the goal of making this in public. yeah, it will probably not be a framework that fits for everyone, but if you get some ideas or something, just inspiration to build your own, that's nice to hear. Let's not focus too much on these configurations here. Still not sure what those, which of them are really useful and which not. Okay, so this, let me see, is this the using the newest versions? Yes, it is, right? It's nice. README. It's okay. It's fine. All right, the main. I'm still wondering why there are. What is this? Unsubscribe ticks is not a known attribute of none. But it is defined on initialization. It's also running, so it's running and working, right? Or not? It's not updating anymore. What happened? I did a change in the broker service and it hot reloaded and then the connection crashed. Does this recover? I think the ingestion service doesn't have a reconnect yet, so to the broker service, so it probably... Oh, it does recover? Oh no, that's Uriously. Yeah, now we have a gap here. Yeah, streaming and coding is also, it's a bit tricky. I just try to do some talking to myself, and I hope that's entertaining enough. But yeah. Just tried it again to keep the channel a bit more active, because yeah, developing a new feature takes a while for me, and then recording and publishing, or editing, publishing a video. So it's not a good project to do many videos to publish consistently. And yeah, I thought maybe with streaming this I might be a bit more active here. Okay. Yeah, it was just hot reloading of the broker service crashed it, or disconnected the ingestion service and also the WebSocket server. Okay, but still the question, why are these unknown? Why? This is inside the handle message function. Okay, and assert fixes it. Okay, what's the other thing here? Argument of type data cannot be assigned to parameter message data. Data cannot, well, is not assignable to string. Message data is but data. WebSocket. So this is returning data and then probably just an S string or something. Or are these? These are bytes. But why is it working though? Handle messages. Okay. Start again from the main. We're loading the config. Oops. Loading the config. Socket server. Creating the server. And here we start it. And signal handler. Is it the signal handler? Create tasks, I don't know. Where's the handle message? Start. There, start is the function. We initialize it. We're getting a broker client to communicate with it. The URL and account ID, and the Redis consumer. Subscription manager. This is yeah, you can share your project with me, but this already is a side project, so yeah, I'm working full time, so that's probably don't have the time to also look into other projects or projects of other people, and yeah, obviously couldn't do it for everyone, so just a client. Script ticks. I think that's looking pretty good here. Connect to the Redis streamer, Redis consumer. Handle client. It's probably on a connection, right? We connected. Register a client. Then read the messages of the client. Pretty straightforward. And yeah. Not sure if I now want to go through all the functions. Okay. What else do we have? We have this entry point web server. It's actually big, so I think just the user-facing UI to see how it works. That's all, not the code. Maybe you can even share it on Reddit or something to get user feedback. I think if it's a cool project, might get some attention and some feedback from there. But yeah, you can write me an email. You will find it on the channel, contact at tradingnerd.io. If you have something you want to share with me. Yeah. But I can't promise that I will reply. Okay, I think this entry point server I tried to get rid of because it's not really necessary, I think. How do we start the servers? Here we started with entry point server. That's for the it's actually starting the same. I thought it would be for hot reloading, but I think I had this in the old Node version for hot reloading, but I think here's no real difference. Process. Here's even node modules. I think that can be removed, even though it is not pushed because it is in git ignore. Minimal value, Python application already has proper signal handling. No. Let's remove this. And the Docker file we now. Yeah. What does the -u command does, or flag? The -u flag ensures unbuffered output. Okay. So for printing logs. Yeah. I think for production I anyway need to reduce the logs later. Because logs are actually not that good for performance. Subscription manager. Okay, yeah, this time frame size is also something I want to refactor at one time. But I will do it for every process, for every service at the same time. Yeah, think the rest is fine. Here we already looked in. Okay. Anything else? .envs are not pushed. They are ignored. And maybe let's restart it once. To see that we didn't introduce a new bug. Then the web server is done. What was this? This was the depend. This is this. And then the front end also. Ingestion service. It is still starting before Redis. Right? This is what fails here. The Redis connection. What did we add? Database accessor, right? This is also in there. So the depends might not be. Or is it ready to accept connections? And then the ingestion service starts. Is it something else? Where is it? I don't see it. Am I blind or? Let's go for an exception. Here DB client get markets. So it is not Redis, it is the database client. And is the database accessor? Okay, this is also not started yet. We start Redis. Here's the timescale DB or database. And the broker service, front end, web server. Why is this? Starting so late. Database accessor API, as it depends on timescale DB. I had not thought of Reddit. Thanks for that. I will still plug you here. Yeah. All right. Let's just ask here. Maybe at the complete log. Where does it start? Maybe not. Maybe not everything. Start a new chat. Why is the, what is it, ingest, oh no, the database after the gestion service, even with the depends on set. Okay, but I think the rest is fine, right? Many logs here, but here's the error, then database accessor starts, front end starts, broker service has a user warning, no module named service identity. Okay. The issue is that depends on only ensures container starts in order but doesn't wait for services. Actions the database contains first. Do we want to add this way? Health check. Are you using Docker container based Postgres? Yeah, I'm using the timescale DB. I'm still not sure if that's the right way. It's now for development nice. I can reset the container easily and delete it and do whatever I want with it. But I think, I don't know, for production, I think that's not the usual way to do it in production. But I'm not experienced with it. Not enough experienced with this. Also, that I use timescale DB has pretty much no impact currently. I think I only use Postgres features. Yeah. Also don't have any configurations here. That's also something I would like to look into, how to configure Postgres and timescale DB to have a better performance, like with indexing and so on. And but one after the other. So we have now a condition, service healthy, and service started. Let's first check out if this would work. And you can still decide if you want to have this. Okay, shutdown is on. Also not too smooth as it looks like. Start again. Ingestion service. Starting new HTTP connection. It started now. Okay, yeah, looks like. Oh, never mind. Failed to start container database is unhealthy. Nice. So health check is now crashing the service. But we added it to the ingestion service. Or did we also edit it to web server? No, we did not. Timescale is derived from the Postgres, so it works as a normal Postgres but subbed up. We use the desktop app and connect to it. Ah, okay, they also have another app. Yeah, I use the Postgres. What is it called? PG admin. Can also connect with PG admin to it. Continue. Can see the database. So the unhealthy check is failing. The health endpoint doesn't exist. Check what's it. Okay, it needs another endpoint then. This is now for the database accessor API. Let's see. Damn it. Can't drink anymore. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so that doesn't look like it's working. I think this was the reason that I, for some services, added the entry point script to also wait for other services. How do I undo this? Yeah. No, continue. Then let's do it. Let's try Claude with this. Where's my terminal? There it is. Have a look at the why can't I type an @ sign? Docker compose. Currently the services still do not start in the right order, or do not wait until they started completely. I get this error. Find a solution for this. Is this the complete error? Yeah, maybe it's a correct way to add these entry point shell scripts. Am I in the wrong folder? Don't think so. Subdirectory of the current path. It's in the root, right? It should be in the root. There it is, yeah. It's in the parent directory. Yeah. You could use the Docker app and start each service individually, depending on how they depend on each other, at least. That's how I do it, and I don't trust Compose App to start them in the right order yet. Yeah. Yeah. Would be an option, but a second, check the different parent directory. Could you provide the contact path? Hey? Why is it not finding the Docker Compose file? It's already in the root directory. Yeah, I could start it manually, but it's more convenient to just run Docker Compose build. And I mean, it even works currently because the container then just restarts after it crashed once because it couldn't connect. But yeah, it's the cleaner solution to have it right away, starting in the right order, waiting for each other. What is this? It's got like async IO, async session. Could not be resolved. Then it's not installed, right? Object. It is installed. way. Where am I using it? Here? No, only in the database access API. Yes, somehow it is not installed. Maybe I need to run it again. I feel like this is getting on the wrong path. Did I move my folder? Wait, where's this? Let me quickly check this. Yeah, I lately moved all my directories into a different one, and now I CD'd into the old directory. Which one is the new one? Where is it? I was also already wondering why this is asking so weird questions. But somehow look at this. I'm in the code directory. I moved the folder, the project, to a code directory. And yeah, that's why this one was not going anywhere. Can I copy this? Do I use multiple .env in the same project? No. I have one in my main directory, in my root here, and try to use the same versions for all the services. So yeah, I don't know. Does it make any sense to have an individual one for every service? I don't think so. Probably not for a private project. Yes, I trust my own folder. But we need to write it again. Damn it. Maybe I have it here. Can I paste it? Yes. Okay. Yeah. What do we have? We have. Maybe I'm not. I think this means I'm in it, right? Source. Dot slash. No. Dots. dot venv slash bin slash activate. I think it should be active. What is it? Pips3 list. It's not installed, right? Oh no, it's SQ alchemy SSS. Looks like it's not installed. Python 3. Oh no, Python 3. Store -r database access API, then its requirements. Maybe also because I moved my folder, but I also moved the venv, so let's reload. No, it's still not. Version. It's not installed in the selected environment. That's weird. I don't know. Going to make this edit to see the issue depends on only waits for the containers to start, not only the service inside them to be ready. Ingestion service is trying to connect to the database access API before it is ready to accept connections. Health checks. So it's pretty much the same. The same but different. Not adding a route, but inside the compose defining it. Let's see. Let me fix my light. this works. Okay, that's what I did. I don't know why this is not showing that it is installed, because it is. And it's also working, so pause build. So Redis starts first, then the database timescale DB, which changes in this directory. Access API. That's good. And ingestion service starts here at the bottom. Okay, so warning. But this fails. Oh, what is this? Is this something different? WebSocket server, handshake failed. Don't know where this is coming from. Okay, it fails over and over again. So currently it's just making it worse. Stop it. Can't even stop it anymore. No. It's caused by the health check trying to open a raw TCP connection to the WebSocket server, which expects a proper HTTP WebSocket handshake. What is running on 8080? The web server. really sure if this is how it should be done. Did not added to every service some route, or yeah, database access API has a health route. This one has a health route. Okay. Okay, looks like it is working again. So we now have a health route for every server. Yeah, for every service. And I think Docker Compose is then checking the health before it starts the new service. So here it does a health check. Test health check. Now this is for the same service, because the port is this. The ingestion service, condition service healthy for these services. Okay. Double timeout retries. Okay. I think it's also just on start, right? Or is it permanently doing a health check? It's not only running on container start, it executed repeatedly at the interval 5 seconds. Docker will keep running the health check command for every 5 seconds to monitor the container's health for as long as the container is running. Okay. Yeah, it's also fine. Let's see what front end. This is working again. Nice. All right. We just wanted to do a small refactoring. Okay. Just doing some updates. Let's have a look at the front end now. This and this and this. And this. As a commit. So we have here a WebSocket service. This was already existing, was connecting to the Node WebSocket because in an earlier stage I thought I will have a WebSocket and do all the communication with this. Also with a backtester, sending events and so on. But yeah, then moved to Redis Streams, which now has the main data streaming functionality. The WebSocket service is now just, yeah, pretty much just the communication currently with Redis Streams and the front end. No connection to other services anymore. That's why I removed this complete ticket system here. Do we still have the files for this? There's still this here. Or is it still used? I think it's not here. Here it was removed. Backtester, yeah, okay, we also need to update the backtester in the future. Backtester, this is the ticket, this is the web server. Yeah, we can remove this file, I think. Safely remove this. And on a connect, we are creating a ready promise. Ready promise, okay. Emitting ready. On a message, passing the message and emitting the message on an error. Emitting an error, close, wait until ready. Ah, that's the ready promise for to wait until it's ready, okay. Before it's sending the first message, right? Okay. Then we have chart mixin. These are functions that are used in the chart area, I think. Update candlestick was added. to update, to call this chart manager, update candle, open, high, low, close, set min move. I think this is still even not correctly working, right? This min move is not correct. I think Bitcoin has only two precision 2 or precision 0.01. It is probably no, precision 2. Min move is 0.01. But I think it's probably more that the chart is not doing this correctly. How does USDJPY look like? Yeah, that's also wrong. But let's first look into update candle. This is the chart manager function. Add a series, removed some comments, update candle. So this is the function if we get a new, is it a new tick? No, it's a new candle, right? Probably there's update tick also. Series info, update series. This is a lightweight chart function, I think. Yeah. And here we push it into our data array. Here I'm not sure. Do I really need to handle or to store these data arrays? I'm not sure why I did this in the past and if it's even necessary. Because update candle. Here in the candlestick store we have update candle. We do some transformation because we have this .t and .o for less data during the communication. So transform it to the format that lightweight charts requires, and check if there is an existing index. So if this candle already exists, this data find index. If it does exist, then we update the candle. If it not, then we push the candle and we do some sorting. And if we have a look at the current front end, it feels a bit laggy. And I think the reason might be, I mean, this is now the update candle, but was this also using this? Probably it's also using this. That we are on every tick sorting our complete data array. That would be not so nice. Here we still have this time frame map. There's also serious options, from precision, current market min move. Let me first check markets. This is our min move. This is correct in the database at least. Then I don't know where this is coming from. Current market min move is current market store.min move. Yeah, but let's first look at the candles update. So here we subscribe, for example, to ticks. Yeah, update candlestick for candles. Tick message handler. Update current candle with tick. Okay, there's an individual function for this. And chart area. Subscribe to tick. So update current candle with tick. So we're getting a price. Calculate the current time candle's timestamp based on the time frame. So we need to know which candle the current tick actually belongs to. Getting the last candle from candlestick store data. Here we need the data. And for this it also needs to be sorted. Okay, in theory for this example it would be enough to just have the latest candle stored somewhere. We don't need to store the complete array, all our data, to just get the last candle. The updated candle, when it's the same time, we update the candle, update the store. If it's a greater time, then it is a new candle, and we update the price with all the open, high, low, close with the new price with this tick, and then we push it here. That means either we remove the complete data So we don't store the data and we don't sort it, or we just remove the sorting. Update candle. Actually, this push. How is it stored? A minus B. This means the. That means the newest candle is in the front, right? So we would need to sort it because we push it to the end. That's bad. Clear. Oh, no. Slash clear. So it currently stores the candles in an array in data6 candlesticks store.js. It also sorts the array, which is not very performant for updates of ticks. I would like to get rid of the store if possible, or not need to sort the array. Okay, the rest is pretty simple code, I guess. This mapping we still need. This is a bug we can fix later. This is now getting new and old symbol and only requesting this if it's a different one. And do you store a candle that has not closed yet? Yes. I think so. Cause yeah, we just saw this, right? We check if the candle is a new candle, then we push it, or if it is an existing one, then we override it. Yeah, update existing current candle. Your candlestick store data is the last candle in the array. But I think lightweight chart is pretty much handling most of this itself. It just needs the series and the The series needs to be sorted before we add this. And then I think we don't need the data for much more. Since we are also doing indicator calculations from the back end, this also the data is also not required to calculate indicators. I think probably if I really need the data, I could also get it from this lightweight chart series. Yeah, I don't really remember why I did add this in the first place. Just storing thousands of candles just because you need the last value doesn't seem a good way to do this. Where was it? Here somewhere. Last candle here, yeah. For me, I only store the finalized closed candle. For a candle that is in progress, I mutate the existing last candle or latest candle until it closes, then I can store it. Are you storing the existing candle in a separate value, not pushing it to an array? Is that what you mean? Yeah, this would also be a good solution. Would this fix our sorting problem? I think lightweight chart needs the newest candle in the front. That's always a bit tricky then. Currently front end does store the candles data. That was my request. Let me explore the code base. Do we want a quick fix? Keep store, eliminate sorting, so recommended. I think that's not... How can we quickly figure this out? We are just logging this data index. Chart. Are we using it to candlestick stored of data? We watch it. We are using it to we are using it to watch for changes, so we would need to do some refactoring here. Requesting indicators. Let's have a look. Lightweight charts. Documentation. Here the data has time. Oh, good. 4.2. I know the newest kernel is at the end, right? Let's set it. Then maybe we can just skip. At least skip it for the tick updates. We will still need it when we request new data after scrolling, because we only request 5,000 bars currently. Are those 5,000 bars? Yeah. And then request older data. For this we would need to have a sorting, because we can't push the new incoming data at the end. Oh wait, we can just create two arrays, starting this one first and then adding this one. Then we only have copying operations and not no sorting, which is also much better. But maybe we already do this. What happens if we skip this? Just push the newest kernel here. Do this. This has hot reloading. Did not feel different. Maybe it's a bit better. Did we do another sorting anywhere? Why did it say it removes 2 lines? The 2 lines only sort when actually needed. Let's see what it tries to do. symbol search. That's the only sort here. Need sort. Yeah, but I think it never needs sorting if we get a new tick. Right? Needs sort with when the data length is greater 0. That's pretty much always the case. Time is less than the last candle of time. So we would get a tick or a new candle which is old. Then, yeah, we can just comment this out. Or remove it. No? Did this also fix the min move problem? That would be interesting. I know it was a hot reload probably, which fixed it. Yeah, not sure. Might be a bit better, but still feeling a bit laggy. Okay, then this is fine. I think this comment, this log we do not need. Alright. So when I reload, it's applying the right min move. And does that mean it comes from the new tick? Was it working before? That's a good question. Maybe we can just push this now here. Update candle. Yeah, I think that's fine to push. Or commit at least. Then we do stop this. And what's now? Git checkout. Is it master or does it main? Main. Let's see. hopefully the main branch works. WebSocket attempting to oh, that's a backtest, so that's not a problem. It's the back end also. Let's see. So here it is as well on the main branch. So it was probably already a bug, not introduced by adding the data stream. That's good to know. Then back to dev branch. All right. Do we want to fix it ourselves or just ask Claude? TC. No, it's the min move. It's not the time zone. There's a bug in when we the min move oh. BTC USD and USD JPY. This is not correct. The correct min move is stored in the database. think this is always applied here. The data changes, the new min move is calculated. Okay. I think we don't need to yeah, we need to calculate the precision, right? That is nothing we store, but the min move is current market min move, which comes from current market store.min move, and I think this is the value. Current market store, stores, current market store. This should be just the database values. So it did some changes. This is hard-coded default. So it resets this to null, so we don't have any pre-configured values. And that's where it's this one here. So we validate the min move before using it. If it's defined and greater 0. I mean, that would mean that there is invalid data in our database. If it's not, or maybe also on loading, this might not be defined. Let's keep this for a second and see if we have this warning on loading. And current market min move. This is also a watcher function. The new min move. When it's valid, then we set it. Current market min move. Ah, that was this one, okay. Was this already existing? Probably. Set min move. And here it was also predefined. And I'm still wondering why it did work on hot reloading. But okay. Okay, let's see. Where's my window? Serious open high low close not found. Interesting. Okay, this was already working and it is still. There it is. Works. It's DJPY. Works as well. Nice. Okay. Comment in the chat. Good. Yes. Thumbs up. Thumbs up to Claude. Okay. So 2 small changes. We did not see this warning. I think that's not necessary, right? I think the data is loaded first. This is always valid in our database. I wonder where this is coming from. Series of my log close not found. But it's not this one here. So wait, this was already the code before. We already had this in. Is it just not logging the warning? Console.log, also good. Console.log. Should be loading it. So this was actually not a change. That's not doing anything. Current market min move. Here we watch it. If it's where did we set it? And here we had the default value, add candlestick data. Whenever we edit candlestick data, we use this. So this is the main fix, I guess. Not sure if we need this here, current market min move. We are watching a computed function to then set min move. The set min move is from the chart mixin. Okay, this changes that in chart manager with then called the lightweight chart function probably. So this I would keep. I think this error was always there, right? I think I remember, yeah. I think this is already a bit older. Probably just ignored it and didn't saw it anymore. Yeah, it's still having the right min move. So this and wait, this and this. Do we want to keep the default values? Probably doesn't make any difference, right? I don't know. Is there any reason to have default values? Yeah, let's just remove it. Alright, then we have this fix. Refactor price set. Probably no one is reading these commit messages. If you are reading them and you are complaining, then let me know. All right. Do we want to have a look at this one here? Series not found. It's probably just a loading issue. Chart manager 160 probably tries to series console warning on update candles and on update series. It's both the same. No, here it's a warning and here it's a error. So update series options. Series options are what are series options? These are like, for example, the min move things, right? Series info, get, if not info, then series is not found. Let's see how this looks like. Are these in the indicator calculations? What is this? Chart manager. When is this called? On set move. Was this a function we just added? No, this was already existing. Indicator styles. Also an indicator, but we don't apply indicator currently. So we do call this function once, get an error and return, and we don't call it another time, but everything works as expected. That's weird. We are calling it on change. Okay, on an initial load it's working fine, and on change we are calling it again. Okay, I get it. Okay. So where does it fail on the initial one? But we don't have any default values anymore, so it's confusing me. Why do I get this error on an initial load of Euro USD? the chart is rendering without any issue and the right precision min move. Why is it just calling this? Copying just. Copy console. Copy is probably the complete console, right? Yeah, it's fine. Oh, I'm using an old. Don't want to use this model. That's always producing bullshit. It's a timing issue here. The sequence appears to be... I think that solves it. That's confidence. The error is now fixed. Nice. Just have to remove the console error. Yeah, but probably it's even true. Error was misleading. Yeah, it's okay. Don't need this. All right. Then I do have a list with some side tasks. These are things that I want to implement, but they are not a complete episode. So, for example, fix routes. Currently, when I run it locally, I do have to change the routes to localhost, and on containers I need the container name. I want to have a fix for this. And I thought about some handling empty databases. Just for a new one who gets into the... I actually don't know what happens if you now install the software. If that even all works properly. If the README is correct and so on. So maybe I would also need to do there's some updates. But I think I would just pick one now. I think That's uninteresting. Affiliate. Maybe there's local storage here. So, yeah, I would like to save the current symbol and time frame in the local storage, and also indicators with settings. Because currently, when you reload, the chart always applies the default values. When I now go Bitcoin chart and then press reload, I again get moved to EURUSD chart. Same thing happens with the time frame. Reload and then it's gone. So do we want to, is there a local storage for the browser, or do we I think there was application, right? Do we add cookies? Probably cookies is not the right thing, right? I think there's something like local storage, but I never used it. Window is on the other side. So what also bothers me is that I can't use the @ sign in. I think with an @ sign you can link a file in cloud, right? I now say like chart, yeah. Why can't I use it in the console? This is ls. Something is weird with my... This works. The right option key works. Okay, right option key works. Yeah, that's probably the last feature then that I will implement today, if it's a quick one. So I would like to have to store the current state of the front end, meaning storing the market time frame in the applied. Or do we want to skip the indicators for now? I think indicators might be more complex because it's more data, and let's see, let's maybe applied indicators. Actually, I don't know if indicators currently actually work after my implementation, because they won't be updated on tick. I actually don't know what happens currently. Okay, EuroUSD is doesn't get any updates, so at least this is working. What happens to Bitcoin? Okay, that's fine. The old data is still there, and yeah, that makes sense. Oh, maybe there is a bug. All right. So we should not add indicators to the chart. In this case, maybe we also do not store the current indicators in a local storage, because then on refresh we would reapply it and we would need to restart the service again. Okay, so I would like to store the current state of the front end, meaning storing the market, market and current time frame. To be meaning storing these should be applied after a reload. Currently the chart always resets to the default values. Applying EuroUSD and M1. I just noticed I have now M1, I have 1M, and I have minutes, like the numbers. Just 1 for 1 minute, 60 for an hour. I have currently everything somewhere applied. Find a swap solution for this. Now I know how to link it with an add sign, but I didn't apply didn't add any file to it. So it's searching. Yeah. might be a more complex thing than I thought. Okay. Don't know if this ticket is actually still valid. Yeah, for timestamps, I'm thinking about going to milliseconds. Currently, I have timestamps, like strings stored in my database. But then I always have to do this transformation. What do we have here? I might also need some Claude definition here, or Claude config file. I don't know what it's called. To not always need to read all the data. Is this still my request? Yeah, here it starts. So, yes, browsers have local storage. Okay. For this case, manual implementation, no dependencies needed. 3 files, created 1 utility file, robust. Goal is to persist the user's selected market and time frame in the browser. Create a centralized local storage utility for safe read-write operations. Modify store initialization to load from local storage and fallback defaults. Persist state changes. Update chart.view, chartview.view. Okay. So we create a new file for local storage. Okay, that's a predefined keyword as it looks like. Centralized error handling. Okay. No changes needed in chart area, initialization flow. Each case is handled. Okay, let's see. I also don't know what this is. Clear context and auto accept edits. So it already has the edits pre-done or what? And then it clears the context to save credits or. So probably the second option to keep the storage, keep the conversation is only good if you still want to continue with another feature. But I don't know. Let's have a look at the code. No, let's have a look at the front end first. Does it work? No valid stored market using first available. And when I now change to Bitcoin, and I now reload, restored market BTC USD. That looks good. Also for the time frame. Yep. Nice. So what changes do we have? Current market store. So the local storage is a new file. We have here storage keys for the market and time frame. So later we can extend this to also store indicators probably. The indicator names, and then I'm not sure about the indicator parameters because these are different for every indicator. Not sure how easy this is then. Get stored state, key and default value, and then just restores this value. Okay, it's stringifying it. Yeah, okay. Probably for indicators we can also just stringify the parameters then and store it. Just need to know which parameters are used for or belong to which indicator. Okay, the chart view. If we have a stored key, stored market, that's still valid. For fetch markets and init. Okay. Otherwise, we do this. That's a pretty small clean change here. And in the current market store, we also get the stored one. Stored one with exchange, market, and so on. If there is none, we set defaults to null and persist to local storage. So when we set a market, we update it. We update the store. Is valid is a new function that checks available markets if this symbol ID If not, this is my ID. Then false. So if this market is actually a valid market, yeah, that's fine, I think. Fallback to null values, okay. This is loading these, and for timestamps is probably pretty much the same, just with different values. Yeah, looks good. All right. Or any other edge cases we need to test? I think there are none, right? There are no edge cases. Could delete a market and then, but I think already on deletion we get, we refresh the chart and then the storage will also be resetted. And as we saw, there was some available markets check. Yeah, I think this is fine. All right. I think I'm done for today. Did quite some changes, or at least some refactoring. This Docker compose thing took a while to set up, but at least reduced a bit the errors there. Yeah, some small features here, local storage. Yeah. All right. Thank you for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Wish you a nice Sunday evening, or whatever time it is for you. Yeah. Thanks for chatting. Thanks, Paul, and also the others. Not feeling too lonely here. Not only self-talking. And yeah, that's it. See you next time. Bye bye.